Yeah, good to see you too.
See you in 20 years' time.
Hopefully.
Everybody sees me with our walkers.
So, yeah, I mean, it's the thing that I've learned, like, you know, this national spatial strategy that I talked about, is it took 2 years to produce. It was published in 2002. The guy responsible for information and data into that strategy, he said, if we hadn't got our information organized in the way that we now clearly trying to do it, if we hadn't got our information, we could have cut 6 months off the time it took to produce the NSS. And so, this is with my other hat on now, the spatial data infrastructure hat on, is a big move to organize information, because the kind of key idea is, you know, in the old days, you know, it was the roads and the railways that were the key pieces of infrastructure to develop a country. Now it's digital information.
Yep.
That is the gold of what's coming, what's already here, actually. But anyway, that's where it all lies, is managing information, adding value because you're putting information together in more efficient ways. It's all about information. That's the big, big focus area. And at a European level, we have a directive, which is a European law, which applies to all the European countries, European Union countries. And it's to establish a European spatial data infrastructure. It was promulgated in 2007. The final deadline is 2020 for building the European spatial data infrastructure, where with clicks of a button you can get huge amounts of data. You put them together in different ways, see what's going on, and so on and so on. And I mean, if I've got any kind of lesson I'd like to convey to you guys is, look at data, look at information, how you manage it, how you put it together, because that's the job creation of the future. Even, I mean, in South Africa, I'm sure it's not all physical, manual stuff or the kind of normal stuff. It's all about managing information and adding value through information and so on.
I think that's coming because the globalization of GIS stuff and ability to, I couldn't help but thinking of a couple of weeks ago, if you remember when we did the retail project, how we pieced together the first metropolitan map by actually just cutting pieces of hard maps together and stuck them together and made one single photograph compared to what one has in GIS today.
Well, you know this My Plan thing that I delivered to the Irish Planning Institute conference, not last year, the year before, and I gave a presentation on My Plan, you see. And I mean, like good conferences in Ireland, after the conference, everybody goes into the pub, and you know, you sit and you drink away. And I'm sitting there in the pub, and there's all the planners from Ireland and you know, all this stuff. And the one guy comes up to me, and he kind of comes almost in my face, you know, like he comes like close to me, like closer than what you want. He comes close to me, and he looks at me like this, and he says, "You know what you've done to me?" Like with a look like this. "You know what you've done to me?" I don't know. What have I done? I don't know the guy. Never seen the guy before. I said, "No, I don't know. What have I done to you?" You know. He said, I'm a consultant. I used to be able to charge a day and a half's worth of my time. He said, with your My Plan thing, now I can do it in 20 minutes. You know what I said to the guy? 20 seconds. You know, like the efficiency gains by organizing information in certain ways are huge. But it takes a high-level drive to force through a system where you get these silos of information and nobody wants to share it, and you've got to force through the system. the idea that you've got to put it together and you've got to do it according to certain standards and protocols and all that. And that absolutely is not easy. Not easy at all. So,
Bruce, that's great. I think that maybe we should give this as a formal. Thank you so much. I think it's come up in our discussion. The fact that what's ended up talking about similarities and dissimilarities in the way the systems come together. It's been really quite interesting. Thanks so much for coming on the holiday.
pleasure.
Have some
No, thank you.
informal chat.